A very good morning to one and all. Today, the poem that we are going to do is My Mother at 66, written by Kamala Das. In this poem, the poet talks about a personal experience. Kamala Das talks about the beautiful bond a daughter shares with her mother. Now, let us look at the title My Mother at 66. The title itself focuses on the critical age the mother is in. What is the average life expectancy of a person? Can I say it is roughly around 65 to 70 years? If that is so, then the mother is surely in a very critical stage as she is already 66 years old and quite aged. Aging is a natural process and nobody can defy death. So the mother also will ultimately die, and this thought troubles the poetess, that is Kamala Das. Now, the main theme of this poem is about human bonding, especially that of a mother and daughter. And it also describes the pain and fear of the poet, the fear of losing her mother due to the harsh reality of life, which is death. Before we begin the poem, let me once read it. Driving from my parents' home to Cochin last Friday morning, I saw my mother beside me, dozed, open mouthed, her face Asian like that of a corpse, and realized with pain that she was as old as she looked, but soon put that thought away and looked out at young trees sprinting, the merry children spilling out of their homes. But after the airport security check, standing a few yards away, I looked again at her, wan, pale as a late winter's moon, and felt that old familiar ache, my childhood's fear. But all I said was, "See you soon, Amma." All I did was smile and smile and smile. So, the poet had gone to visit her mother, and after visiting her mother, she decides to return back to her place of work, that is Cochin. So the poem begins with the return of the daughter. Now she is planning to return to Cochin, and this is where the poem begins. Now, driving from my parents' home, she was at her parents' home, and then she is going to Cochin, and as is customary, generally we have the parents accompanying the children to see them off. So similarly here also the mother is accompanying her to the airport to see her off. So the poem begins, driving from my parents' home to Cochin last Friday morning, I saw my mother beside me. Now, she is going back to the airport. She has a flight to catch. She will go to Cochin. Now, the mother is also sitting beside her in the vehicle which is going to drop her to the airport. The mother is sitting beside her. Now, in a general scenario, we would expect a lot of interaction going on between the mother and daughter. But as we know that the mother is quite aged, she is 66 years old. So, in the vehicle, when Kamala Das turns towards her mother, she sees her. I saw my mother beside me. The mother is sitting next to her. And what does she see? She sees her dozing off, dozing, sleeping, open mouthed. Her mouth is wide open, and her face is the color of ash, which resembles a dead body, like that of a corpse. Her mother had dozed off to sleep. Her aging face was smoky in color, like ash, and her mouth was wide open. She resembled a dead body. This brings about the painful realization that the mother was very, very old. She suddenly realizes this fact. Now, we know that aging is a natural process and ultimately everyone will die. Now, this thought, after seeing her mother sleeping open mouthed, okay, like that of a corpse, this brings about a lot of depression, desperation, gloominess in the poet. In order to come out of that gloom, what she does is she tries to focus her attention outside the vehicle. Now, inside the vehicle, her mother is sitting beside her and she is sleeping. Her face resembles that of a dead body. So, she wants to divert her attention. In order to divert her attention, she checks outside the vehicle and then she sees the trees. What does she see outside? She sees the beautiful trees. Young trees pass by. And then she also sees the little children who are running out of the houses into the playground. In order to put that thought away, you check out the last line here. In order to put that thought away, looked out at young trees sprinting. Sprinting is running. The merry children spilling out of the homes. So, these two things, she notices two things outside the vehicle. One is the trees which are running towards her or coming towards her. It is a natural process when we observe a particular static thing, okay, from a moving vehicle, it seems to run towards us. And likewise, she sees the merry children also, happy children, coming out of the homes in order to play. Now, these two things are in stark contrast to the aged mother. On the one hand, we have the old mother, which is contrasted to the young trees. Old and young, you see, they are opposite. On the one hand, old mother. On the other, the young trees full of energy, life, vitality. And then again, we have the sad and dejected mother sitting. And then this side she sees the merry or the happy children coming out of the homes in order to play. Now, for the timing, she is able to forget her gloominess. She forgets about the pain of fear and loss of her mother. And they somehow reach the airport. After reaching the airport, she completes all the formalities. And as she is about to leave or board the plane, once again, she looks at her mother. Her mother appeared weak and pale, just like the late winter moon. We'll just check it out once again. But after the airport security check, standing a few yards away, I looked again at her, wan, pale as a late winter's moon, and felt that old familiar ache, my childhood's fear. And all I said was, "See you soon, Amma." All I did was smile and smile and smile. Now, as she completes her formalities, she takes one last look at her mother, and again that gloomy thought comes back to her. She again realizes that her mother has aged. She has grown weak, she is pale, and she looks like a late winter's moon. Now, here there is a comparison between the mother and the winter moon. During winter, the moon loses all its luster and shine. Likewise, the mother also is in the winter of her life. She is in the last stage of her life. She has lost all the glow. She has lost all her energy. She has lost all the vitality. She has lost all her strength. The same familiar ache Now she gets or she feels the familiar ache. The same pain comes back to her. The feeling or the fear of losing her mother. Now, if she expresses her mind to her mother, or if she tells her mother as to what she is thinking about, the mother will get dejected. The mother will get upset. She will be sad. She doesn't want her mother to be sad. She doesn't want her mother to be dejected. So, what she does? She hides. She hides her true feelings. She masks her true emotions. In an attempt to mask her true feeling, true emotion, what she says is, "See you soon, Amma." And all she does is smile and smile and smile. This smile is her way to mask or to hide her true feeling. And the last line, "See you soon, Amma," suggests hope that maybe the next time when she visits her mother, she will be able to see her alive. So, a beautiful poem written by Kamala Das. Hopefully, you have understood it. Now, before I wind it up, I would like to talk about some of the literary devices or the figure of speech that the poet has used. Poetic device, we may call them, we can call them literary devices, we can call them figure of speech. Like simile has been used in two places. Her face Asian like that of a corpse. Now, simile is a comparison which is made with the help of like and as. Now, her face is compared to a corpse, a dead body, with the help of like. Her face Asian like that of a corpse. So, the poetic device that the poetess has used out here is simile. Again, in one more place, we find her using a simile. Wan, pale as a late winter's moon. How is it? Her face is wan and pale. And what is it resembling? What does it resemble to? It resembles to the late winter moon, which has lost all its luster, which has lost all its shine. So there are two similes out here in this poem. Now, the poet has used one metaphor also. Metaphor also are comparisons made without like and as. Two things are compared without these two words, like and as. Like the married children spilling out of their homes. It's as if they are coming out voluntarily. So, this is a metaphor that is used. A personification also. Personification means human characteristics are given to non-human things. Like there is a line out there, young trees sprinting. Sprinting, let me tell you, this word sprinting means running. Now, can trees run? No, trees cannot run. Who runs? It's human. So, human qualities are given to the trees. Definitely, the trees are not running. It is how it is being observed from the vehicle and it appears to be running. So, this attribute of running is given to the trees. So, here, this is a personification. Now, repetition is also there, refers to the use of same word or phrases multiple times and is a fundamental poetic technique. So, the last line itself, and all I did was smile and smile and smile. Repetition. Repetition. Now, so with this, I hope that you have understood this poem. So, we'll continue with the next poem in another video. So, with that, I complete my lesson for today.